And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Set. 10 over.
59. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Check 49. Check 49.
Begin.
Go.
On second down, here's Barkley. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by John Johnson.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Hatch it.
General West. Lee Griffin.
From the gun, Jones. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the red zone now, Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can grab as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Check, 59, 59.
Stop. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Aaron Donald in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
Under crunch. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
After the sack on first down, Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Rush in, rush in. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Greystone, travel.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Goff. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Looking for Woods that time. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Rolling to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, Alpha.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
We go tonight. 20.
Here we go.
Now Goff on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And that one's complete to Gurley. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly.
36.
Throwing again is gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. I wonder if they twitched a little bit up front, a little subtle head movement the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
And his kick is good. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And Woods has it complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Barkley did not get there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set.
Check 25, check 25. 6-6, pull it high. 5.
They'll run with Barkley, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and this defense will take over right at midfield. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, they run with Gurley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. It's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this one is right through. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Nice, sweetheart. A little flare.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Throwing Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Check 24, check 24. Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. It's caught, Shepard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Watch the screen.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. He pitches it. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Barkley. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Check. Lock his
fight.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey! Say! Kill!
This is Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Barkley. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Another carry now for Gurley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return, it's Tate. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by David Long.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends